was sitting in my office nursing a cup of coffee and scrolling through my emails when a woman walked in. She was distraught, her eyes red and puffy, and she told me that her husband John was missing. As a private investigator, I've dealt with missing person cases before, but there was something about this woman's desperation that struck a chord with me. I knew I had to help. She gave me what little information she had about John's whereabouts, and as I traced his steps and pieced together any information I could find, it led me to a small town several hours away from the city. But as I drove deeper into the town, I realized that this case was not going to be like any other I had worked on before. The town was shrouded in unnatural fog, making it almost impossible to see more than a few feet in front of me. The town was eerie, almost abandoned, and the people who lived there were suspicious and evasive. It was as if they were hiding something, and I knew that uncovering the truth was not going to be easy. But I was determined to find John and bring him back to his wife, no matter what it took. As I parked my car in front of the sheriff's building, I knew that I had to speak to the sheriff to gather more information about John's disappearance. I took a deep breath and prepared myself for whatever was to come next. It was time to find out what the sheriff knew, and whether or not he was going to help me find John. I introduced myself as a private investigator. After giving me the key to the archives, the police officer suddenly sees something and runs out of the building without explanation, leaving me alone with a feeling of unease and uncertainty about what I'm getting into. As I approached the resident, I noticed as I make my way deep. As I walk through the quiet streets, I notice a figure across me. I approach him, hoping he might know something about the missing persons case I've been investigating. The man introduces himself as Mark and says he knows the town well. I ask him if he's seen anyone matching the description of the missing person, John, but unfortunately, he hasn't. Instead, he tells me about strange things happening in the town, including people disappearing, strange creatures in the woods, and talk of a cult. My concern for John grows as I listen to his words. Suddenly, Mark offers me a theory about where John might be. I can feel my heart race with hope and anticipation. Will I finally find him? Or will I uncover something even more dangerous and sinister? Either way, I know I must follow Mark and see where his theory leads me. I was sitting. After giving me the key to the archives, the police officer suddenly sees something and runs out of the building without explanation, leaving me alone with a feeling of unease and uncertainty about what I'm getting into. As I approached, as I make my as I walk I snapped the first shot, trying to capture as much detail as possible. Suddenly, one of the creatures started to move in my direction. I snapped the first shot, trying to capture as much detail as possible. Suddenly,